Association, for over a century dedicated to excellence in Oregon education.
Boys do, girls do, goldfish and squirrels do. It's natural and free. It's a healthy activity. Sleep, time to rest your head and sleep. Crawl into your bed and sleep, sleep, sleep. Now it's time to sleep. Sleep, time to rest your head and sleep. Crawl into your bed and sleep, sleep, sleep. Now it's time to sleep. Pigs do, whales do, lions and snails do, something swans do, cows do, crocodiles and owls do. It's natural and free. It's a healthy activity. Sleep when you feel like dozing. Sleep when your eyes are closing. Now it's time. Now it's time to sleep.
Your body, sleep. You are entering a world of sleep. The sleep lab at New York Hospital. Scientists here are doing research on sleep. David and I volunteered for an experiment. It was easy. All we had to do was sleep. That's Tony Stroud. He's the lab supervisor, and he's right next door, recording our night's sleep. This is Dr. Margie Moline, who studies sleep. We spend a third of our lives asleep, but we don't know much about what's really going on. That's why scientists in labs like this one are doing research on sleep. Before we went to sleep, we had sensors put on. They pick up signals which show the pattern of our brain waves and how our eyes and chin move while we're sleeping. They do this by recording electrical impulses in our body. I didn't know my body had electricity in it, but it does. The sensors don't hurt, but they are sticky. The cotton keeps them from sticking to the pillowcases. David's all ready.
Can you get in?
Yes, would you right off this?
Great.
What I'm about to do is connect you to this little box where we'll be recording your sleep on the polygraph in the technician's control area.
The information from David's sensors goes into the box above his bed, and from there into a room where Tony can record it.
Okay, David, have a good sleep.
Thanks.
The rooms have no windows and no clocks.
Okay, Steph, you ready for sleep?
Yes.
Okay.
Tony tells us when to go to sleep and when to wake up.
Okay, these are fine. Everything is fine. Okay, have a good sleep.
Good night.
Okay.
Our sleep is recorded on this machine. Scientists don't know a lot about sleep, but they're learning more about it every night. They've divided the time we sleep into 5 different stages. In stage 1, you're falling asleep. Your brain is active and you're sleeping lightly. Stage 2 is a deeper sleep than stage 1. You spend half of the night in stage 2 sleep. Stages 3 and 4 are a lot alike. They're called slow wave sleep because your brain waves are moving slowly. Stage 5 is REM sleep. R-E-M. Those letters stand for rapid eye movement. During this stage of sleep, you're dreaming and your eyes are moving a lot, but your brain waves are quiet. Your body doesn't move at all. It's totally still. You don't just start at stage 1 sleep and go through to stage 5. All through the night, you go back and forth between stages. Your brain waves slow down and speed up. Your eyes move, then stop. Your heart pumps slower, then faster. Your body moves around and stays still. And all this goes on over and over again, right until you wake up.
Stephanie. Stephanie. It's time to wake up, sweetheart. Thank you.
The night went fast.
David.
Oh, David, it's time to get up.
Thank you.
Ellie Hoey is a data analyst at the lab. She's going to tell us about the patterns of our sleep. Hi, Ellie.
Hey, good morning,
Hi, how you doing? How'd you sleep?
Good.
Come and sit down. Well, this is one night's sleep. A lot of paper, huh?
Yeah.
Is that Stephanie's turn?
This is Stephanie's record, and we're going to look at it. This is the channel that tells us what time it is. The next 2 channels are brainwave channels. The next 3 channels are for the eyes. And then this channel here is from the chin.
It doesn't look like she's sleeping at all.
No, she's just getting into bed, just trying to settle down and find the right position to sleep in the way you naturally do. This is stage 2 sleep. About 50% of the night is made up of stage 2 sleep. It's not very deep sleep and it's not dreaming kind of sleep, but you have a lot of it during the night. Then what happens is you have what we call stage 3 or 4 sleep, and you can tell by the deep waves. And Stephanie has quite a bit of this deep sleep, a few hours of it actually, and she's sleeping very, very good. If someone were to call out her name now, she probably wouldn't hear them. This is what happens in the very beginning of the night. We see here a little bit of movement.
Whoa.
Usually when someone rolls over in their sleep, it means they're going to change the stage of sleep that they have. And if we look a little further in, we can see that that's what happens to you. What we see here is REM sleep. The stage of sleep that's associated with dreaming, stage 5 sleep we call it, and everything is very, very quiet. The brain waves are very, very quiet and inactive, but the eyes are blinking away.
Which one of the eyes?
These 3 are the eyes, 1, 2, and 3 are all eye channels. The eyes are blinking, and the chin is very, very flat. And if someone were to wake you up at this time and ask you if you were dreaming, you might remember that you were dreaming at that time. And you could dream in other parts of your sleep, but we think that mostly you dream in REM sleep.
Does everybody have rapid eye movement?
All people have REM. REM is a very important part of sleep. And if people are REM deprived, that is not allowed to have REM sleep, pretty soon they start to feel very sleepy and pretty bad. So what happens then, you have some REM, then you have some more stage 2 sleep, and that goes back and forth between REM and stage 2 and maybe even a little more stage 3. And this happens all through the night. You're changing stages of sleep. Even though you'd think you're just sleeping, you're actually, a lot is going on, okay? And if you look at the end, you have just a little bit more REM sleep, and then we wake you up. And there's your wake time.
Ellie, I have a question. When you wake up, is it a slow process? I mean, I know I usually kind of drowsel out of bed and...
It could be different every single night. Every wake time is different, and every time you go to sleep, it's a little bit different. Electricity in all living things, whether they're asleep or awake. It's called bioelectricity. Robin went to Harvard University to visit Dr. Alan Counter. He studies bioelectricity. He asked her to bring him some electric crickets.
Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
Now, Dr. Counter, I brought you some crickets. But they don't look like they produce much electricity, but they are crickets.
Well, I assure you they are electrical, and I'll show you how.
How could they be electrical?
Well, we'll take one of these little organisms out. The little structures that we're going to examine
What
on
are
this
these?
animal. These are two little sort of antennae, but they're called cerci, and they're in the rear of the cricket. And these little structures allow the cricket to hear sounds, its own sounds, sounds of other crickets, as well as sounds of predators that might try to capture it. And we're going to record the bioelectric activity coming from these as we blow puffs of air on the animal and as we touch the cerci here. First of all, I'm going to anesthetize the animal or put it to sleep.
Now, how do you put it to sleep?
Well, I'm going to put him in this little dish of frozen carbon dioxide, or better known as dry ice, and you see the animal is going to sleep already. And once he falls asleep, he'll stay that way for a while, of course, wake up a little later.
Okay, now what?
Well, now I'm going to take the animal out, Robin, and place it in the little dish here under the microscope, and I'm going to begin to do a little surgery just above the nerve that we're going to record from. And one of the first things I'm going to do is put a small pin through the animal's wings just to be certain that it's really secure in the dish. But while it's asleep, I'm going to expose the nervous system and place an electrode right in the nervous system. And there we'll record the bioelectric activity that comes from the animal's brain.
So we'll be able to see this little cricket produce some kind of electricity?
We'll see this little cricket produce lots of electricity from its brain as we touch it, as we blow puffs of air on it, and make sounds in front of it.
For real?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. I want to move the exoskeleton around just a little bit, just enough to put the electrodes directly in contact with the nerve.
May I take a look?
Sure, go ahead.
I can see where you made the little cut.
Yes, and we've left a little flap there just to keep the tissue moist and viable. We need to keep the nervous system moist to keep it alive.
Will we be able to see the electrical activity taking place?
That's right. If you look at the oscilloscope now, we should be able to monitor the electrical activity. We see these little action potentials now.
Is that what these are called?
Yes, they're called action potentials, and they're generated from the nervous system in the cricket here.
So that's where this electricity is coming from, his nervous system.
That's right. It comes directly from the nervous system in the little cord, very much like our spinal cord.
So this electrical activity is going on all the time in this cricket?
That's right. This is electrical, ongoing, spontaneous activity. We can better demonstrate how this animal is responding to ambient noises and sounds in the room by simply blowing a puff of air. Okay, I'll blow a puff of air on the cerci, which will displace the little hairs, and we should see electrical activity on the oscilloscope and hear a change. Listen. Did you see the change in electrical activity? And you can hear it also. Why don't you try to blow a puff of air on it? You see that?
Yeah. So just a blow of air by it?
Yes, if you were to wave your hand like this, you would generate electrical activity. If you take a look at this picture, you see the cricket's entire nervous system, from the anterior brain to the rear, to this large clump of cell bodies. And these are the cerci, or the little structures with hair that I showed you earlier. And you can see that there are nerves serving these, and we're recording with our electrode from this area. But these cerci with the little hairs on them, if we magnify them, and here you see an example, at the base of each of these hairs is a neuron, and they send the electrical activity up that we're recording.
Now, is electrical activity going on in humans also?
It's going on in humans in very much the same way, and I'll demonstrate that to you by showing you how you can generate electrical activity with the nerves and muscles of your hand.
You need my parents' permission to do surgery on me.
Well, I promise you I won't do any surgery, but
okay.
We'll let you put your hand in water, and I'll show you how you can generate electrical activity.
Okay, so we don't have to cut?
No cutting.
Okay,
no,
good.
Okay.
What is this cage for?
Well, this cage, Robin, is an electrically shielded cage made of copper screening designed to keep out extraneous electrical activities.
Okay, now what is the tank used for?
Well, now this is a standard aquarium, and it's filled with regular distilled water. And on each side, I have a copper electrode, and this electrode permits us to record electrical activity. I can tell you a little bit more about bioelectricity in the body if you put your hand in the water.
Okay. How come nothing's happening?
Well, that's the whole point of this experiment, Robin. Now that your hand is in the water, it's just sitting there and nothing is happening. But I want you to clench your fist real tightly. Okay. Now, you see, there's ongoing electrical activity. That electrical activity is coming from the nerves and muscles in your hand, and you can hear it on the audio monitor, and you can see it on the oscilloscope.
Is the electricity coming from The signals that my brain sends to my hand to move?
No, it's coming primarily from the nerves and muscles in your hand. Put your hand back in the water.
Okay.
And just flex your fingers a little bit. You see, you're getting very little and almost no activity, and that's because the muscles that are involved with the flexing your fingers are located in your forearm, and your forearm is not in the water. Only the tendons that connect those muscles will connect your fingers, and that allows you to flex the fingers without using the muscles in the hand. So try it again. Now clench your fist again.
Now, does everybody produce this kind of electricity?
That's right. All living organisms are bioelectric. They generate electrical activity from the nerves and muscles, particularly the nerve cells and muscle cells in the body.
I can't believe it.
That's right. There's bioelectricity in your hand.
That's nice.
Everybody is bioelectric. That's right.
Wow.
Electricity is in our living cells, in all of us, and in our friends as well. It's in our eyes, it's even in our nose. Electricity can help our body go. Electricity is produced by you and me. It's always there, but something you can't see. It's in your feet when they begin to dance. Electricity's in every living cell. Yum! It's in a snail, it's even in a whale. It's in a moving tail. It's in a face, it's really every place where there's a living cell. Electricity is nothing you should fear. It's all around, it's even in your ear. So obviously, a flipper has it too. Electricity's a vital part of you. Yum!
To find out what goes on while we sleep, scientists measure electrical changes in our bodies. Bioelectricity makes studying sleep a lot easier.
Whenever there's trouble, we're there on the double. We're the Bloodhound Gang. If you've got the crime, we've got the time. We're the Bloodhound Gang.
Never make the top 40.
That's all Beethoven needs is a 10-year-old critic.
Break 1-5 for a radio check.
I thought that set's dead as a mackerel.
Break 1-5. Anyone got your ears on?
Why can't you CB Nuts speak plain English?
Go ahead, radio check. You're loud and clear.
You fixed it.
Mr. Bloodhound had the squelch knob turned all the way up. Hey, thanks a lot. This is Private Eye wishing good numbers on you.
Bloodhound Detective Agency. Whenever there's trouble, we're there on the double. Mr. Bloodhound isn't here. Yes. Got it, Mrs. Tolliver. Be right there. Carl, do you know the Tolliver house? Find Ricardo and tell him to meet me there.
Break 1-2, break 1-2. This is Private Eye looking for space satellite. Space satellite out there?
Imagine some stranger coming into my house without a proper invitation in the middle of the night.
Exactly how much was stolen, Mrs. Tolliver?
My life savings, every dollar.
You didn't put it in a bank?
Don't trust banks. Have a watchdog. Dinner time, Heathcliff. Come on, boy. Hurry up.
That's a watchdog?
Has a bark loud enough to wake snakes.
Didn't he wake you up?
I never sleep with my hearing aid. Can't hear a sound without it. Follow me.
You go on.
This is where I kept the money hidden.
You really shouldn't be climbing ladders, Mrs. Tolliver.
Oh, fiddle faddle. I'm part mountain goat. Kept the money hidden right right here in my wedding dress. Isn't it beautiful? And not a moth hole in it after 51 years. I can't imagine how anyone sneaked in and out. Doors bolted from the inside, windows too. Impossible. I kept this house locked up as tight as the bark on a tree.
Here's someone's weight card.
Haven't been on a penny scale in years. Never saw that before in my life.
The burglar may have dropped it. Someone heavy. The weight is printed right here. 264 pounds.
Mercy.
I've got it. The burglar got in and out through the chimney.
A 264-pound man.
How do we know it's a man?
You're right, we don't. Cuff. Put on your ears and see if there are any CBers out there who knows where there's a weight scale that gives out little yellow cards. Let me see your suspects.
Breaker 17, Breaker 17. This is the private eye looking for some info.
That's her gardener. He's painting Mrs. Tolliver's fence. That's her nephew, Monty. His twin brother was sick in bed when I took the pictures. Mrs. Wilma, her cleaning woman.
Now, she looks like she might weigh 264 pounds, doesn't she?
Did you read that, Private Eye? Benton Place, Street Carnival.
Hey, that's the floor. Thanks for the comeback, Canary Mary. Hey, there's a street carnival over on Benton Place, and there's a scale that prints your weight on little yellow cards.
Step right up, guess your weight smatters, that's me, folks. If I guess wrong, give or take 3 pounds, you'll win a valuable prize.
Bloodhound Detective Agency. Do you remember guessing the weight of a woman, 264 pounds?
264 pounds? Not a chance. No woman that heavy gets weighed in public.
A man, then. Can you give us a description?
No, I'd remember a gent that big. Tell you what I'm gonna do. Step on the scales together and let me guess. Win 2 prizes for the price of 1 if I'm wrong.
How about it, Vicky?
Okay.
The both of you. 230 pounds. Get on the scale. Hey, maybe you want a prize.
Haven't got time. Mrs. Wilma isn't the only suspect. Because of this.
321 Contact is made possible by a grant from Dr. William Kukar, who practices general and family dentistry in Bend, Oregon, and by the Oregon Education Association, for over a century dedicated to excellence in Oregon education.
Your body spinning. For some people, it's a dizzying experience. For others, it's a wonderful sensation. These dancers are members of the Laura Dean Dancers and Musicians. They've trained their bodies to spin without getting dizzy by using a special technique developed by Laura Dean.
That the only way you can get that stop, you can feel it, Kareem, that only way to get that stop at the end is that you really have to concentrate on your...
Laura is a choreographer, which means she composes dances.
I'd rather see that and let your fingers disappear than for that stop.
Laura's specialty is spinning.
That stage picture at the end is really, it's a replay of what happens when you're coming out of the zigzag. Because you're really giving it to the audience the second time around. They've seen you come
It takes lots of concentration and practice to spin your body around a lot without getting too dizzy.
So that stop again after your spin section has to be as strong as, and maybe even a little stronger right there. Guys, I'd like to do the double line and just check when you get to center. We're going to stop and everybody just check and look down and see these pull, right? And another note on that, a little bit more, that's that double.
Every day, Laura and her dancers spend hours perfecting the technique.
You know, remember we talked about getting that second beat out of it so it didn't go, but it went, there's a little bit, not a, you know what, I'm sorry, I didn't exaggerate that much, but I didn't mean to go like this. But, you know, that, again, that feeling of that samurai swordsman type of thing that you can see, that beautiful ability to be completely and totally still to the point that you can feel that concentration and focus. You know, it's because it's that stilled. It's not as if you are making a motion that stops, but it's that stillness itself that is unto itself. So let's try this. Let me give you 8 for nothing. We're going to stop when we get to the center. Right. Okay, 5, 6, 4 for nothing, sorry. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pull. Yes, thank you. Ah, hold it. Christy, Barbara, can you feel that? 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2.
I don't know, I've always liked to spin. I don't know, when I was a little kid, I remember just, you know, looking up at the sky and twirling around. I don't know, that's one of the my favorite things about dancing is turning and spinning.
7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8.
It really is a wonderful feeling. It's meditative. You feel a very solid core, and it almost feels like sometimes your arms and legs are rotating around you, but your center is staying still.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
After the dancers rehearsed, it was our turn to have a spinning lesson with Laura.
The very first thing that we're going to start with to show you why the eye and the ear, the wonderful inner equilibrium, the inner ear, the equilibrium that we have, helps us keep our balance. And it's not just the inner ear, but we also use our eyesight in our surroundings to keep our balance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start you off very carefully with just showing you what your foot pattern is, because if you hang onto your foot pattern, then you're not going to lose your balance, your equilibrium, because you're not using your eyes. The foot pattern is turn out, not too much. It's actually just make a little triangle with your feet, and then you're going to make another little triangle, but in the opposite way. So there's another little triangle the same size. Yay, great, we're doing fine. Another little triangle, same size, little triangle. See, it's all geometry. Now, that's your foot pattern. You're dizzy already. Right. Okay. This is what's going to help you. Remember when I said our equilibrium is used to working with our eyes? So we're going to start off with a spot. And by starting off with a spot, we're going to adjust the equilibrium to the way that our bodies are moving.
When you say a spot, you mean by moving your head before you do the motion?
No.
What do you mean?
That's a spotting technique.
Oh.
We are actually going to make our own spot, which is you're going to take your hands and bring your thumbs up. You see that spot between your two thumbs?
Yeah.
There's your spot. And then you're going to do your feet. Turn out, turn in, turn out, turn in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Take your arms to the side very slowly. Keep it going with...
Even though we moved our hands apart, we kept our eyes focused on the imaginary spot.
If you want to bring your thumbs back in, get your spot. Got your spot?
Yeah.
Okay, feel like you've got a pole going through you from the ceiling. You want to catch it? Through into the fall.
Everything's spinning around.
And you want to come to a slow stop. Your feet and slow down and right. And the room is back in focus. And if you want to stare at something outside yourself, outside your thumbs, anything. Right, the mirror. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
When I spun, I felt like I was really spinning, like without moving my feet, but I was like twirling around, and then I saw everything going like a circle around you, and when I stopped, I just felt like I was still, and nothing happened. And how about you?
Well, I felt the same thing while I was spinning.
Yeah.
The room was turning around.
But
and
my eyes didn't go, when I usually spin, my eyes goes like, get all, you know, all over the place.
And it didn't this time?
This time it didn't. I was like really focused.
One place.
Yeah. To help control the dizzy feeling you can get while spinning, you need to know what parts of your body are affected when you turn.
It's the way the inner ear is constructed, that when you stop, there's a little bit of extra motion on it. So
the inner ear and the eye are two important ones. They're both connected to the balance centers in the brain. So if you're trying to keep your balance, it's important to keep your eyes and ears coordinated. The inner ear is an important organ for sensing balance in the body. When your head turns, the motion is noticed by the inner ear. The inner ear is made up of several parts, and each part detects a specific kind of motion. One part, called the semicircular canals, is specially designed to detect spinning motion. The semicircular canals are made up of 3 hollow tubes placed at right angles to each other, 1 horizontal and 2 vertical. This one responds when your head is bending left or right. This vertical tube reacts to head motion that's up and down, while this tube is sensitive to side-to-side head motion. There's liquid in each tube that moves every time your head moves. The moving liquid bends tiny hairs which line the tubes. When these hairs bend, they send electrical signals to the brain, which gives the brain information about how your head is moving. When your brain gets many signals from different parts of the inner ear, you tend to get dizzy. The Laura Dean dancers, after months and months of practice, are masters of spin. Discus throwing is a sport that involves a lot of spinning. Spinning is used to put more force into a throw, but it's tricky because you need to maintain your balance while you're spinning and throwing. Robin got some tips on discus throwing from Olympic champ Al Orter.
Is this yours?
Yeah.
What is it?
This is what they call a discus. And a discus is something that
they compete in the Olympic Games with. In fact, this is one of the oldest throwing events in the Olympic Games. I think it was the 200 meters was the running event, and the discus throw was one of the first events back in the ancient games.
Do you throw it like a Frisbee? Because it sort of looks like a Frisbee. Is there a different
It's heavier, though. You know, because it weighs 4.5 pounds, Frisbee just floats on the air. This you have to throw it through the air with a great deal of force.
When you add some spin to a throw, you transfer your body's spinning energy to throwing energy. This action alone can add 25% to the distance of a throw.
But you have to have body mass. See, I weigh 285, 286 right now, okay? You can't be, you know, 104 pounds throwing with a great deal of force. You have to have body mass behind you. I've been throwing this thing for 31 years, right? And I've been trying to throw it further and further each one of those 31 years. And so far, I've had good luck.
It's not just luck that made Al Orter an Olympic champion. It's skill and training.
Let me show you a little bit about throwing here. Now, we're going to throw in that direction, towards those trees down there, right? Okay. We'll start facing the opposite direction. We're going to face this way.
Okay, so you face this way.
Right. Now, the whole idea with the discus is one of turning. We're going to go through about a revolution and a half, revolution and 3/4, something like that. You're right-handed?
Yes.
Okay, discus in your right hand. Swing it back once. Okay, kind of look in the direction of your throw. You look up towards the throw.
Okay.
Okay, now it's the first movement is towards the center of the ring, in here. Good. Here's where the throw really takes place, okay? You started out with a fairly slow turn. You're accelerating, you're moving very quickly now, okay? You jam the left foot into the ground, and you twist, and you fire it all at the same time. But nobody was there. Throwing is just one part of it, right? Maybe it's just 25 or 30% of it, right? We have to put a lot of time in the gym. We have to get as strong as we possibly can. We have to pay attention to nutrition, to rest. What is perhaps the newest innovation in this whole thing is computer analysis of the throw. A fellow by the name of Gideon Ariel out in Coto de Caz in California has developed some programs where he can measure exactly what's going on in the execution of the throw.
Here, Robin, we see Al Orter going across the circle. And you tell me where you think he left the discus. Where the discus left the head?
There.
Aha. That's what you think. And that's what I see, too.
That's what it looks like.
Well, let me tell you. I think that your eyes don't see it correctly. But don't feel bad about it. Nobody can see the motion really accurate. Let's look back now. I'm going backward, frame at a time. You thought the discus left there, and still not there. Let's go more frame. It's still not there. And let's go even more frame. It's barely there, but still the hand doesn't touch the discus.
Right.
In fact, this was the last frame when the discus still was in touch with the hand. Well, if we cannot see things like this, how can we coach discus? In fact, if you tell me to help Al Orter to throw the discus, and I would think that the discus left where you saw it and where I thought left the hand, I would have to coach him different than know this information, that already the discus left the hand way, way too early.
So with this machine, you can tell everything you need to know about an athlete that you can't see with your plain eye.
No, not necessarily. Here, we just can stop frame by frame the sequence so we can tell where the discus left the hand or where his feet is. But we cannot tell what are the velocities, for example.
Well, what's velocity?
Well, velocity is how fast the discus left the hand. This is extremely important because the faster the discus leaves the hand, the farther it's going to go.
Oh, okay. So how do you tell that?
Well, here we have to go into a more complicated process which called digitizing. We are going to use a magic pen. This magic pen, every time you touch it on this screen anywhere, the information where you touch it going directly to the computer. Each joint we have to trace it. In fact, maybe you're going to trace Al Orter now. Here is the magic pen. And let's push first on the shoe, right here.
Okay, right here.
Point number 1. And point number 2 will be the ankle joint, here.
And then the knee?
And the knee, that's correct. And let's push a little bit more to the middle.
Oh,
right.
okay, there.
And now we'll go to the hip around here. And then the next hip. And then the next knee. And then the ankle. And the foot.
Oh, it's really a stick figure, like you draw on a piece of paper.
Well, it's even more sophisticated than that. You're pushing it here, and the computer is going to draw the stick figure there. In fact, look on Al Otto on the stick figure. He lost a little bit weight. Huh?
Yeah, it's just like a real stick figure. Oh, okay, look, I can see his knees and where his feet touch the ground. And there's the discus, right? I know this little dot is a discus, but what's this little dot right here? I didn't do that.
This is very important data here that the computer calculates for us, and this is the center of gravity. In fact, when we're looking on it now moving, you see the center of gravity going up, then it go a little bit down, and then abruptly going up again. It transfers all the force to the discus just before the release. Now we can look on it also in a multiple image, so we'll see very, very clearly what the center of gravity does. In fact, let's look on this dot and follow it. See
wow. So you can see it go up and a little bit down, and then...
That's up. That's exactly what you want in the end to do, but you didn't want him to go so high in the beginning.
So the center of gravity tells how much motion is taking place around it.
Around the center of gravity. All the motion occur around the center of gravity. And Al Otto has a little mistake here. He starts low, is going up, is going down again, and is going up. It would be better for him to continuously go up to about here, up, and then abruptly to go up. That's the release.
So it's not enough just to build up your muscles and practice every day. You need to know exactly where your feet are supposed to be, exactly where your arms are supposed to be, and know not to jump too high, and you have to make sure that the center of the gravity is going in the right direction.
And this is only few of the things that you have to know. You have to know so many more things in order to be a world champion or a gold medalist in the Olympic Games.
Oh, okay.
Well, a computer, it's fascinating. It's new, I think, and it's going to be applied to a lot of sports from now on out. I started throwing things in grade school. And when I went into high school, I just started throwing shot put, I started throwing discus, okay? But I've been throwing this now, I guess, for about 31 years, and I still don't have it right. There are so many things with this technique, okay, that still confuse me, okay, that one of these days I'll get it right.
Whenever there's trouble, we're there on the double. We're the Bloodhound Gang. If you've got the crime, we've got the time. We're the Bloodhound Gang.
Heathcliff! Mrs. Tolliver's life savings were gone, stolen. Mysteriously, the burglar left with the windows and the doors still locked from the inside.
Get the money hidden right.
Vicky finds a clue, a weight card. The burglar appears to have tipped the scale at 264 pounds. Of all the suspects, only the cleaning woman, Mrs. Wilma, appears to fit the description.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. Step on the scales together and let me guess. Win 2 prizes for the price of 1 if I am wrong.
Now, for the conclusion of the case of the 264-pound burglar.
My weight is none of your business.
My poor dear Mrs. Wilma.
Are you certain you didn't merely mislay the money, Aunt Liz?
Don't be impertinent, Monty. Forget where I kept my life savings. I'm not a bit moon-headed. Why isn't your brother here?
I told you he's home in bed with the flu. I didn't mean to embarrass you, Mrs. Wilma, but the burglar dropped an incriminating bit of evidence. A weight machine card. 264 pounds.
That card was a phony.
What?
Dropped on purpose to throw us off the scent. Mrs. Wilma couldn't have stolen the money. I'll show you. The money was hidden in the attic, so the burglar had to climb this ladder. Mrs. Wilma, will you carefully, very carefully start up the ladder?
Oh, I don't like ladders.
Oh, just part way up, please. Okay, now careful on that next rung. Oh. Thank you, Mrs. Wilma. That rung almost gave way under Mrs. Tolliver's weight. You couldn't have stolen the money, Mrs. Wilma. There is no 264-pound burglar. We should be looking for a thin burglar, someone skinny enough to have climbed this ladder without breaking it.
Great, kid, but we still don't know how your skinny burglar got in and out of a tightly locked house.
Perhaps he slipped in through a mail slot.
Close, but not quite. The burglar scraped through this.
That beanpole of a gardener, Aunt Liz. What's his name?
He's been with me for 30 years. I don't believe it.
Perhaps you do, Mrs. Tolliver. Why else did you call us and not the police?
The police? Because I...
You knew it had to be someone close to you. Someone who might have learned where you hid the money. You don't want to see anyone dear to you put in jail. You just hope to get your money back.
I certainly do. I don't even have enough cash for Heathcliff's dog food.
Well, not to worry, Aunt Liz. Here's $20. Maybe that'll help.
No, Monty. I never took charity before, and I don't intend to start now.
You won't need this $20 bill, Mrs. Tolliver. Your money is going to be easy to trace.
How clever of you, Aunt Liz. You marked the bills.
I did not.
Yes, you did. And the case is solved.
My dear.
I can guess the burglar's weight. About 130 pounds, and I know where he is. In bed, recovering from the flu.
Wrong, Vicky. He's in bed all right, hiding the scratches he got from crawling through Heathcliff's door.
Are you implying that my brother is responsible for this outrage?
No, both of you. 2 for the price of 1 on that carnival man's scale. It took both of you to fake that weight card.
That's a preposterous charge.
Here's the $20 bill to prove it.
What are you getting at?
Mrs. Tolliver, your wedding dress was packed in mothballs.
Yes?
So was the money. Will you smell this $20 bill?
Monty, how could you?
Easy. We're heading for Mexico. Thanks for the inheritance, Aunt Liz, even if it was a bit premature.
The only thing you're going to inherit is 16 broken ribs, unless you march to the house and get that money back. Understand?
Yes.
Did you say carnival? Wait till I get my hat.
Vremya Soviet News is next at 6. Stay with us for the news as Soviet citizens see it on television that makes a difference. OPB, it's where you belong.
Is a production of the Children's Television Workshop.
For a copy of a comprehensive 321 Contact Teacher's Guide, send a check for $5 to Children's Television Workshop, 321 Contact, Box TG, 1 Lincoln Plaza, New York, New York, 10023.
This is PBS. 321 Contact is made possible by a grant from Dr. William Kukar, who practices general and family dentistry in Bend, Oregon, and by the Oregon Education Association, for over a century dedicated to excellence in Oregon education.
I'm Earl Peterson, small dairy farmer, big fan of Oregon Public Broadcasting. You see, I have to spend my days taking care of the ladies here, but in the evening I can be with Pavarotti in Italy, I can go to the Louvre. But what I like best of all, those wildlife programs. You know, it's like you're right smack dab out there in the middle of the Serengeti. Never seen anything like it.